Good morning, everybody. Only 50 minutes late. Oh, boy. To be fair, I'm having to prepare for my dad coming home. A little late, you know it. Yep. My mom got, like, this big banner that we needed to put in our, like, front yard. So she had me saw a giant stick from my childhood in half, only to be like, oh yeah, these little markers should do the trick. It's like, jeez! Don't mind your son being late to his stream to saw a 2-meter-long stick in half. That, let me tell ya, as any young man can attest to, a good stick is a thing of value. Anyway, Sebastian's gonna be the Blue Huns here to the east, Tato the Red Hindustanis to the west. We are on Thames. Here is the Royal Albert Hall. Don't just grow on trees. Exactly. Anyway, it looks like Tati here is on the 3 town centers. Got +1/+1 Bloodlines Husbandry on the camels. Meanwhile, Sebastian is missing that Bloodlines upgrade. You have to be careful of those Hindustani camels. But Tata does have the, I guess, Huns don't really benefit much from the monument here until late game. Not like you can skip any houses or anything. Anyway, all those dudes got cleaned up. 3rd TC is on the way now for Sebastian, but it's already in for Tato. Tato has Bowsaw, although Sebastian also has Wheelbarrow. Well, thanks, little Bobby. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. Is Sebastian trying to wall in Tato? Got 3 relics there. More CA coming in. I mean, it's like Tato cleans up one big blob of CA, and then, like, another one shows up. Huns are scary. With Ornlu the Wolf as the main protagonist, it's a silent role. Well, this is still a pretty scary push. Sorry, guys, I'm eating breakfast in case you couldn't tell. I'm not just, like, blankly staring at my screen. I swear, man! Anyway, +2 defense is now in here on the camels, which is obviously essential. But you're still looking at, you know, literally double the Cav Archer to camel numbers. Bloodlines coming in as well. And that TC is getting eaten by Sebastian. Sebastian willing to sacrifice a couple cav archers so that he could kill the villagers repairing. Tato, more like tap out toe. Am I right, chat? Yeah, Cav Archer Blob got too big. Tato never had enough camels to really challenge it. Alright, so hopefully we got people who are going to queue up for a game in just a moment here. Mm-hmm. It says Harris casting Siscon versus Lewis. But we got Tato versus Vivi, so I'm content. What's up? So, I have a date tomorrow with this girl, and she seems really cute and smart and nice and all that good stuff. But she does her due diligence. She found me, guys. She looked me up on LinkedIn, and then was able to find that my Twitch and YouTube as well. Not that I'm exactly hidden. You can literally just search my name and it finds up, but I've never been on a date with somebody that did their due diligence. She could be watching. "30 seconds. He's in the chat. Oh no! Yeah, on my best behavior, yeah. I don't think you guys know how to be on your best behavior. I mean, hopefully she has class. I mean, I know she has class today, so. Hopefully she's there now. She has class. That's good. Alright, guys. We have Tato here in the red as the Franks to the north. And in the blue as the Spanish to the south. It will be Vivi. There honestly would be worse maps than this for Spanish, I gotta say. Now, Vivi will be opening up here with some archers. That's getting double bid axe, of course. But this feels like a map that you can reasonably defend yourself in your little, bowl area. And then go for your conquistadors. And, of course, conks are very, very good against Franks, as are Spanish monks. Getting a bower. Vivi is as well. Cafe. What do? Oh man, I need my coffee. I've been waking up late recently. So I woke up at like 8:30 today. And my body's like, no, I don't like this. Oh, by the way, State of the Civs is out. Part 2. Finished that up yestereve. Oh, 100% likes. 26 comments. Oh boy. I think next week's should actually be really good. I looked at the civs, and I think most of the civs next week should be in like at least the upper half. I don't have to feel icky and do civ like humans or bohemians. Okay, defensive tower coming in. Second one even. But I think he's pretty close to clicking up. Kato's ahead in resources, though. And of course, Sevenville's here on the stone, and if Vivi can just make it to Castle Age safely, you'd have to imagine he at least has a fighting chance here. I mean, Tato's on double ranges as Franks. This is just not going to scale very well into mid-game. Tato's up as well, though, only like 25 seconds slower. And hello, why don't you say hi? An AOC apologist? I've literally always been an AOC apologist. But do Franks have to counter Kongs? Skirmishers, monks, maybe siege. Good micro here from Tato. You just need to survive another minute or so. There is a stable coming in as well, so of course Bloodlines and Husbandry. And to be fair, I do stand AOC, that AOC as well. Allegations, it's like, it swings so wildly for Ornlu hates everything new versus Ornlu is just in the bags of big FE. It's a real struggle. Anyway, Bloodlines come in. You're still a little short when it comes to the stone needed for a castle. Might try and use the market a bit, because, I mean, once Tato hits Castle Age, things are going to start to look really ugly.
Monday?
And again, no, now you're even garrisoning the tower. It's like every second just feels so precious right now. Eastgurm, Bodkin coming in for Tato. Avil has fallen, crossbow as well. Oh man, this timing is just ever so slightly off. He's going to try and get the castle up over here. But this could even be something that Tato pressures. Doesn't see it though, and we do have a knight out. I know I'd like to have a knight out with the knight. University coming in. And Tato's blob of range units is obviously going to be not very well upgraded past early Castle Age, but for the time being, they'll be doing just fine. It's not like this army composition or effectiveness would look any different if this was Shu. Or Mayans, even at this particular stage of the game. And the castle's in. Still have 12 bills on stone, though, so that, to me, indicates that he does want to stick on the 1 TC for now. That knight is attacking Avil uphill for whatever reason. Spearman comes in, though, as well. Conk is on the way. Presto. Presto pronto.
Okay.
Still, that ballistics upgrade is going to be very strong. 45 to 44 vills. Eco upgrades are a little bit better for Tato. Of course, getting the Frank. Farm upgrades for free is always nifty. We have another tower. And yeah, and that doesn't matter what your civ is whatsoever. Like, of all the times to groan, oh my god, the Franks are just going ranged units and not knights, like, this is actually the correct play. It's like, oh my goodness, we're in a Cav Archer meta. It's not like I'm going to complain about Cav Archers if they're like freaking Huns or Tatars or something. Anyway, Tato is going for the second TC. That is in where his advantage would lie. Spread out on the map. Get those TCs down. Secure the extra resources. Vivi waiting for his 3 Conquistadors, as that is, of course, the magic number to one-shot Vills. You have Bloodlines in, +1 defense, but that's it. And again, Tato has all of these crossbowmen here already. Yeah, that one was icky. That was a very icky game. Oh, you don't want to do that, Vivi. Now that Spanish builder might get the workshop. Still probably gonna lose both, yeah. Third TC, again, Tato. Like the mighty squid. Grasping out onto the map with his tendrils. Or like the monster in Stranger Things. The Mind Flayer. Taking more and more of that map control, keeping his opponent on the back foot. Oh, very good stuff so far. Tati also getting another Vil kill there. Still, we have to wonder, what is the sort of mid-range plan for Tato? Because right now he's doing a great job. He's 1,000 score ahead. He's keeping Vivi stuck at home. But this army comp obviously has a big old shelf life. And it is not going to last very long. So expanding your eco to get a further advantage is great. But there has to be a next step. Now, you are mining stone for your defensive castle, but of course for Franks it's not as cheap as it used to be. And here comes castle number 2 for Vivi. Ranges are also right here, so it's not like you can reinforce these units very well. You have a second Mangonel coming forward. That's going to make it that much more difficult to trade these shots effectively. And with the villagers coming forward here to help repair, why are you throwing away your conks like this, dude? Not the hair! Oh, Tato misclicked right there. Killing a poor bunny rabbit instead of, you know, moving away. And here we go, Tato. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You can get all the eco lead you want, but you're gonna need an answer to this eventually. He has 2 monks. That should not be a conversion. It is not. I don't know where the other monk is. Okay, it's bringing a relic home. And now those villagers are running all higgledy-piggledy, trying to keep themselves alive. And you can see Tato just throwing down TCs left, right, and center. But he needs to cobble together an army that can stop this. He's lost several villagers in this counterattack, and he's losing skirmishers on the other side. Uh-oh. Flat. Tato perhaps starting to panic a little bit, trying to rush up another watchtower, but the conks are here to start mowing Vills down. Another monk gonna bite the dust. Guard tower, it is Tato, to be fair. And the Western European guard tower is pretty iconic, so it's not like I'm gonna complain about that. More kills, though, and of course, you also have 2 castles from which to train conquistadors at this point. And look at this, guys. Despite Tato constructing 4 additional TCs this game, the Vilk numbers are even, and Tato has more idols. Yes, he's still way ahead in resources right now, but remember when Tato had a 1,000 score lead not that long ago? Neither do I! Did scoop up 3 relics, and so did Vivi. I have no idea why these maps have an even number of relics. That's so strange to me. So would I ban Star Trek from RedBull? I mean, I think it's just kind of dumb. It could be overpowered. I don't know if it is. I don't really feel comfortable saying decisively one way or the other, but I do feel comfortable in saying that it's just dumb. I mean, Tato's, of course, going to try and micro this as best he can. And I hope Tato can qualify for this event. He certainly was missed at the last LAN event, the China one. The fence-sitter opinion? You know, I try to have measured takes. You know, I don't just say things for shock value. Maybe that's why I'm not a successful content creator. I am not an album by Timbaland. I am not shock value.
Okay.
Anyway, now that Vivi is controlling the ring around Tato's once starting area. I mean, the guard towers are pretty darn good here. And that was uphill, remember. Oh, this Vil, she's gonna take down this archery range. This archery range insulted her family. She will tear it down brick by brick. Starting with this wall behind the targets. It will all burn. Also, they probably should have installed a door here. It's gonna be so drafty. Like, look, all the wind will just go in right here because they just never freaking finished installing a wall. Also, oh my god, look at this inconsistency. These are clearly just some, you know, wooden stakes in the ground. And this is, you know, just more dirt. This shows a wooden floor. Oh my god, guys. The lack of continuity.
See?
I don't think I can play AoE anymore. Wooden floor section? I doubt it. Anyway, guys, Vivi's army is pretty darn terrifying at this point. He's got the conks, full upgrades for Castle Age. Separate room, get out of here with your logic. I mean, it doesn't matter how many TCs you build, because what's happening at the moment is Vivi's just walking over to them one by one and killing them. Austrian painter levels of perspective mistakes. Alright, gonna try and add another TC over here to the east is Vivi, so he's gonna try and get that eco going. I do think he's been kind of chilling on the 1 TC for quite a while. And now Tato's going to try and go over into some knights. I mean, to be fair, these guard towers are very well positioned for Tato. Like, he's creating a very nice defensive matrix for himself. Vivi's trying to send the conquistadors all over the place, but this is getting really tricky, guys. Got scaled barding armor coming in. And remember, like, Tato just keeps on making Vils. Sure, he's lost 24 to 9, but he's still 3,000 resources ahead. Vivi even adds in TC number 3. We need a gold income. This gold is running out and having a very inefficient set of villagers because of it. Oh, and look at this. This random knight over here is going to get a mangonel. Thankfully, the villager is going to be there to prevent the second mangonel going down. But I mean, like, on the one hand, I don't think Tato can kill this army. And Tato thinks that as well, and now Tato's going, freaking Cav Archers, why? Why? Frickin' Frank CA. You see, when Doubt did it, it was charming and exciting because no one went for Cav Archers with civs that didn't otherwise normally go for Cav Archers. But now it's like, now it's just sad.
Okay.
Well, that tower's gonna be denied for now. But yeah, it's not like the Kongs can destroy the TCs. Soulless? Yeah, basically. Oh, skirmishers coming in. Those Kongs are getting a little bit trapped. Mangoes aren't here to help protect them. Because both units are on standing ground, yeah, these skirmishers aren't having any problems finding a target. Oh, but look at that. I mean, these guard towers, they just nuke the mangonels, man. They nuke the mangonels harder than the capital of Greenland. That's how hard they nuke them. Forward Siege Workshop coming in. Tato just trying to hang in there as best he can. Again, he does have that Vil lead, but his Vils are also much more inefficient. Eco upgrades are also solid for Vivi, honestly. ROP, why would he say that? They're not, like, that's the point of guard towers, is that they defend against these sorts of pushes. All right, where's the Kongs? Okay, the Kongs are a little out of position here from Vivi. Which American state? No! Oh, and look at this. Another snipe there from the guard tower. Vils take down the battering ram. Cross. What? Oh, my God. All right, CA numbers are climbing, and of course the Frank CA do have 10 extra HP, but that's still less than a CA with Bloodlines. More Rams coming in. Tato, though, easily has enough stone for a castle, and honestly, one, like, over here, okay, I guess he can only really fit it over here. That could still be really scary, and now Vivi's coming in with another castle. Okay, that forces Tato to build his own castle a little bit further back. Oh boy, this is getting really messy. These are Spanish builders, remember. Tato bringing a lot of his own Vils forward, and the Vils are flanked by these two guard towers, giving nice, good, consistent damage. And that castle has to be canceled. Oh man, Tato, hang it in. His own chateau is complete. It has become a very good game. I'm glad we're casting it. Oh, geez. Like, what do you even do at this point? Tato's going to click up to Imp pretty soon. He's on 122 Vils. His macro's been humming. I mean, I know, like, the idle TC time is quite high, but he's had TCs all over the place, and he's been under a ton of pressure. More guard towers. I mean, Trebs are going to be great, but your Cav Archers are so bad in late game. Like, you need to transition into something that Franks do well. You don't even get keep. Knights? Okay, there's Imp. You have the gold income to go for a knight switch, though. Especially with you dumping so many resources into Cav Archers. Okay, he's gonna secure, you know, another 1,400 gold right there. Yeah, this is a good one. Our first full game of the day. Rams take down that TC. Tato just builds another one. This map seems to have a lot of stone on it, which is probably why Tato's being so liberal with his guard tower placement. Donks here at the back. Oh boy. I mean, again, Tato's not making good Frank units. Like, there comes a time when you just have to make what your sim is good at, right? I mean, being able to trev down this castle is going to be great, but you can't get to any other castle from the safety of your own castle. Oh, yes, Tato can get super imp. Obviously. The most powerful age of all. Here, I mean, we had the, like, what was it, Gurjaras versus Teutons? But in that game, Hera eventually made what Teutons were good at. Another castle coming in. Now, this is Vivi clearly not anticipating the fact that Tato's about to be an Imperial Age, right? Because both of these castles could go down. Hello, Hans. But yeah, honestly, like, why is he making Petard? Just make throwing axemen, dude. Okay, so making a couple knights. I mean, he's got tons of gold as well. But as I say in State of the Civs, guys, Franks are now the only Civ in AoE 2 to miss both archery range and Imperial Age blacksmith upgrades. Your skirms are just not good. All you get an imp for them is chemistry. Mangonel out here as well to help defend. There's Chevalier. More Rams coming in. Tato trying to repair. Castle's already taken its base HP worth of damage. And look, that's 55 idols for Tato. And how much more gold can he really secure at this point? There's 26,000 left on the map. Okay, he's got a couple tiles over there. Those villagers are obviously not gathering. There is a tower over here, but Vivi's the one who's annoying it as he's getting some more relevant ranged upgrades. 5 Rams. Vivi literally downloading all of the Ram. Trebuchet is out, but again, Tato just doesn't have things that deal melee damage. Just the one Mangonel, and the castle falls. You still have these towers. They're still doing a ton of damage. The skirms are here. They do have chemistry. Cavalier in here as well. Is it going to be enough? Because you have, what, 4 castles worth of Conquistador production? And, you know, conks are pretty magical. They can still challenge Imperial Age units. Is it PvP or OpenAI? Exactly. All right. Right there, we do have the guard tower go down. There is this still this Trebuchet who's locking down some consistent damage. Vivi trying to come in for his own repairs. But man, oh man, are these Rams just soaking up so much damage. Tato trying to get more and more Cavalier on the dance floor. There's only 13 Conquistadors. But I love getting Ballistics and Bodkin here for the castles. Both players really leaning into those static defenses. Lose rank archer armor again. I agree, man. Celts don't need it. Tonks over here, still trying to trade effectively, but like that's actually good micro from Tato because remember the skirmishers are going to automatically attack the Rams, so it's Tato having to individually focus down all of these Conquistadors. So that looks really mundane, but it's actually very well done from Tato. Anyway, both players are really starting to fall off in terms of army numbers. Bombard cannon's obviously critical for the Frankish player. And yet, the conks are going down. I mean, Vivi's on 125 bills himself at this point. It's not like Zico's bad. Now it's going to be a bit of a night switch as well from Blue. But has Tato held off long enough? Issues? It can. It helps if the Rams are, like, literally on top of you. However, if the Rams are kind of at that intermediate distance where they're not actually within the minimum range, it doesn't help you at all. Pressure, again, Tato's just expanding all over the place. He's getting mass Nori. He's getting handcart. He's at 175 pop. Okay, yeah, there's the bombard cannon. It's hard to tell exactly where the bombard cannon was. It was hiding behind the house. Honk's still trying to take some good trades. HC. I mean, the skirmishers just as a backline unit is fine here as Tato's trying to make that switch over into the Frank Paladins. This castle's getting low, guys. Already almost 10,000 damage taken. You still have that one Trebuchet alive as well. How much damage has this? Yeah, this Treb has dealt 7,000 damage, so it's gotten its money's worth for sure. +2 defense going to be big there for those Knights of Vivi, of which he still only has 3. Gotta be careful. Bit of a splatterino there onto the skirmishers, and yet they're kind of making it work. No real stone left to repair there on a castle over here on the east side for our red player, Tato. And now some taxmen are on the field. Uh-oh, things could be getting out of control here in favor of our Spanish player. Get it? Because that isn't helpful for me to say. Wait. Yeah, I think Tato has this, guys. Super high level play from him, though, 1000%. Just being able to expand in so many different directions, utilize the guard towers to defend. Frank guard towers. I think he just placed them so well. Even getting those 3 relics is really helpful when you don't have all that much map control. And then just being able to click up to Imp and saying, you know what? I don't care that this is a bad matchup for Franks. I mean, so many mangonels just got obliterated by those guard towers, and it really slowed down the push. It's like the guard towers to slow down the push, plus Tato expanding all over the place. It just made there was too much surface area that the Conks had to cover. And now we're getting Paladin coming in, guys. Quick guard towers? I know. And this is also the part where I say that AoE 2 tournaments are better when Tato is making deep runs in it. He just always gives us such interesting games. GG, well played. I mean, not bad, not poorly done there from Vivi whatsoever. It was a really solid push. I think he was a little bit late to add in extra eco, and that ultimately was his downfall. But I think Vivi just anticipated that he'd be able to do much more damage to Tato, but it was just Tato being able to expand in every direction. That's kind of how this map works, though, right? You go for the short push across the middle, with the rush distance being very close. And then you try and expand away if you're under a ton of pressure. We've seen that before on this map, and Tato played it perfectly, and I think Vivi just needed to anticipate that a little bit more. It's not like he didn't do the right thing. It's that I don't think he did the right thing fast enough. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Tato was still behind in gold collected, by the way. I heckin' love AoE 2. And not just because those were 2 AOC civs, I promise. Anyway, I can't stream too long today. I can only stream another hour. Because my dad's coming home. And I kind of want to, you know, be around for when he comes home. Complete tier? I think so. I don't remember what I put them in last year, but I think Spanish is fine. Can I help you, little dog? Yeah, I mean, it's a little scary, but he is now off of the IV for, like, the antibiotic IV, and he can just take it as a pill, which is a huge relief for my mom and I, because we don't have to administer an IV, which is kind of scary. So yeah, like I said before the stream, I helped my mom. We had like this big welcome home banner. My dad hasn't been home in a month and 2 days. Yeah, I took him December 6th to the hospital, and he hasn't been back since. I don't think AoE 4 is dead whatsoever or anything like that. I just have no interest in it. Like, AoE 4 is there. It's fine. Let those AoE 4 people do their AoE 4 thing. I like AoE 2. I think that was the downfall of having any of the AoE, like, casters do AoE 4 content. Like, some of the pro players could transition well enough just because their skill set is, you know, they're good RTS players. But I think for, like, us casters, all of us just like AoE 2 too much. So I think for, like, all of us, it's like, well, I mean, we could do AoE 4 stuff, but we really like AoE 2. Anyway, guys, Vivi going to be here in the blue as the Mayans to the north of the map, and to the southeast in the yellow as the Kittens with their farms. It will be Sebastian, and I have no idea where I'm going to put Ketons instead of the Sebs. Maybe something is off, aka their balance. Little dog. My oatmeal bowl. Now random says, well, there we go. Anyway, Mayans versus Ketons. Mayans are still pretty good. I think I like both Incas and Aztecs more in Empire Wars, though. I don't have it. Right here. Yeah, I have no idea what Lidacor's up to. Haven't heard from him in a while. Anyway, we're here on Hengehold. And Sebastian out here. No forging upgrade yet. Able to snipe the archers. EGC. What's EGC again? That feels like an acronym that I should know, but I don't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, no pastures yet. Guys, this Sebastian's all about that raw milk. There is no pasteurization going on here. Don't you guys love spending $20 to get sick? People are so smart. Oh, wow, this is actually fully walled. Goes all the way to the top. Yeah, I actually think Ketons are... Their issues are significantly more balance-related than design-related. And in my mind, it's a lot easier to fix balance issues than it is to fix design issues. Balance issues can usually be addressed with, like, numbers tweaks, tech tree tweaks. That sort of thing. Anyway, market coming in here for Vivi. Gonna be close to clicking up to Castle Age. Oh yeah, I never got my coffee. I never got my cafefe. Yes, I went on a date. I went on a date and I'm already back. It was very unsuccessful. All right, he's got a castle. Good KD so far for Sebastian. Res collected also slightly in his favor, but no extra TCs just yet. Vivi's obviously got the one here to the north. He's got some stone walls. We already have iron casting in, so obviously that palisade is going to go down mighty quick. Still, stone walls are there. The date on Friday? It is on Friday. I went to get some coffee, and then my mom wanted to show me the completed sign in the front yard. But just knowing how these things work, what's going to happen is that my dad's going to be driven home in, like, the minivan, as it's called. And he's just not even going to see it. Alright, plumes are here. No ballistics yet. And man, are these steppies good against buildings. Especially, team game meta, guys. Ketons plus Hindustanis. Hindustanis give the Ketons bonus damage versus buildings with their team bonus. And both are good pocket civs. My AOC favoritism? Well, it's either the AOC favoritism or the FE shill. People can't seem to make up their minds, which is a little annoying. It's either one or the other. Hera invented this build, did he now? Also, this is VV, not Yo.
Shot it.
Second TC coming in for Sebastian, but obviously later than his opponent. It's a brand? Yeah, I guess so.
Shot it.
Up. Monk goes down there. Makes the 2 up. Alright, Mangonel's out here, and so far Vivi's doing an excellent job of defending. I mean, Steppies are still here, they're still being annoying. It's because they look so lame. They used to look so much cooler before Elite. Nerfs affected them, they're a little bit more expensive than they used to be, I think. And their Elite upgrade's a bit more expensive. I think those are the only changes, though. Also, Mayans in general got a nerf with the, their longer-lasting resources not lasting quite as long. But no, their combat stats are exactly the same. University coming in here. Psychological thing? How do you think Mayans are probably slightly overrated just because people just are so comfortable with them? Oh, skirmishers have the high ground here. Oh, a little bit of an overextension. We got a few rocket cards. Uh-oh. Ballistics is almost in. Need to be buffed? I don't think they need any changes. Alright, castle coming in. Okay, 1-for-1 trade there. That was the most coherent casting I've ever done. I mean, 3k army value to 1.4k. University is going to go down. 4th TC coming out with the back here for Sebastian. But he only has 9 on food. Not really the best pasture eco I've ever seen. Ballistic's now coming in here for yellow as well. Bastion has 3 relics himself in the middle of the map. Oh, nice kill there.
Timo.
Yeah, guys, we're still working with raw milk. There just isn't enough pasteurization happening. Up. I mean, right here you see the fragility of the Keton units. Do you get a cookie? I do have homemade cookies downstairs, Tandoori. Would you like one of my homemade cookies? I hope you like molasses cookies. Those ones are fresher than the eggnog snickerdoodles. Doing full wood gold eco as if he's smushing every game? Interesting. Make those? Yes, exactly. Exactly. The best part about the molasses cookies is that it has sugar in it. It has regular sugar in it, like granulated sugar. It has brown sugar in it. It has molasses in it, which is just sugar. And then the cookie balls are wrapped in more sugar. Or rolled in more sugar. Does it have nuts? No, not those cookies. They're actually not that sweet, though. I used 2 tablespoons of powdered ginger in them. I made pure sugar. No, it's actually... They're not that sweet. Honestly, they're more like spice. Like cloves and ginger and stuff like that with molasses. Anyway, Imp is on the way at the same time for both players. Vivi, though, with a larger eco. Sugar bitter, yeah. Not taste like sugar? Oh, you guys are being such haters. I don't actually have a sweet tooth. I don't like super sweet things. So I would never make something that's actually all that sweet. Anyway, I love that Keton Castle, man. So nice. With some salt in it? Yeah, for sure. Only 1 cookie? I don't usually have more than a couple cookies at a time. Also, I always heat up my cookies. I don't like crunchy cookies. I don't like dry cookies. Call me a hater. Yep. I only like gooey cookies. Soft cookies. Yeah? I know. Drag me through the mud, see if I care. I was born in the mud. Heat them in the oven? I usually just heat them in the microwave. For like 10, 15 seconds. Just softens them up and makes them all warm and gooey. Cookie? Exactly. Going to sub just to unsub. Tower elephants, what? Get the last nutrients out? Tell that to her on Friday. I am bringing her my cookies, though, so she'll be the judge if my cookies are good or not. The deli salt on it. Oh my god, that's good. Yeah, I got a date tomorrow. I actually have a date, and I'm gonna be seeing my friends. So, like, I'm going on a date, and then I'm gonna hang out with my friends, so I can at least, you know, bask in the aftermath of it. Am I dating my friends? Maybe I should. They'd be so much nicer to me than any girl ever has. Oh my goodness, all the plumes. Now we have the chicken suit man switch coming in. Really, really well. Then my friends can wait on me. Nicer to you than I've been. Yeah, that's true. And I've missed casting. Man, it's gonna be so weird. I'm gonna like get my job, hopefully one day. But then I'm gonna be like, I miss casting. Ditch the friends, yeah. Anyway, we have the first camel trub out. Or at least it's about to be out. There it is. Girl cute? The girl is very cute. And she's in grad school, so she's very smart. Look at the camel trub go! Remember, these are very good at sniping other siege weapons. To grad school too, yeah. Alright, steppies are here. They're all stacked up on top of each other. The eagles are coming in to snipe the rocket carts, though. You have El Dorado coming in. And I am not smart. Yeah, exactly. Trebuchets are going down on both sides, and Eldorado's going to be in here right now. Heavy! What? That has to be a misclick. That has to be a misclick. Anyway, Elite Step Lancer's in, Plateboarding Armor's on the way, but you have a castle here at the back. No Ordo Cavalry yet. Remember, that's a very powerful upgrade for the HP regeneration. We're missing some attack upgrades, and the Step Lancers themselves don't get all the HP upgrades. The Step Lancers have less HP than the Eagle Warriors. And they have similar attack. Eagles get 4 bonus damage versus Cav. Oh, but the 3 relics are right here from being in the middle of the map, so we could have Vivi on 5 relics. He has a 30 population advantage, and it's kind of weird, right? The Keton player going low eco and the Mayan player going high eco, but it's just kind of how this one's working out. And now Vivi starting to overrun Sebastian's economy. Plumed Archer production has resumed. Grab some Greek food later on. I had some shawarma yesterday. We got a like a Palestinian restaurant, like, you know, shawarma and stuff. And it's awesome. And I am so glad that we have that here. Like homemade pita and falafel, so good. Well, Iron Casting coming in. Sebastian gonna try and use a little bit of that mobility advantage, but I mean, just look at this. The Plumes dishing out good damage from the back. The Eagle Warriors are still gonna stand up better to the Step Lancers in a head-on fight, especially, again, without Ordo Cavalry in. Suzuki's a car company. I think he means Suvaki. Or Suzuki, you know. Same thing. Anyway, GG's there, 84 Eagles, 70 Plumes. That is an army combination that's going to make any Mayans player very happy. Yeah, just able to outboom the Ketons player as Mayans. Yeah, Vivi's playing well for sure. Actually, what I have not done today is checking out the leaderboard. Let's see. Hera's at 1777 Gs. Oh, Andy's on a 10 win streak. Call it Suzuki? That's pretty great. Ooh, yo. He's at 1583 right now. Lucho is busting in there. Doubt! The Lord! The Lord is blessing us. Leary still hasn't gotten to the top yet. And my question is, where's Viper, man? Where is, as they say, a Viper? Is on 16? Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, yeah, he's fine. But if he's at 1524 right now, he has a long way to go. That's still 150 elo to climb. Oh, dang, Yo lost to Dragon Star. Dorothy Quarry? I don't think I've ever seen that one. How far is Dragon Star? The 29? I think ACCM's only playing at off times. All right, we're on Vulpine here with the Tower of London in the forest. Lewis is going to be in the red as the Ketons to the north, and to the south in the blue as the Britons. It will be Hera. Is it just me, or is this map really similar to Rampart? But like with a million foxes. And rocky terrain. Anyway, Lewis here. Lewis-chan! A lot of Keton scouts, and Hera's the Britons. They are not going to love this extended feudal age situation. Lewis makes it. I just hope we get some new blood in there. Can someone tell me how the qualifiers work? Like, 4 get in off the ladder, right? Top 4 are straight in. Yeah, I know it's highest rate. The last chance qualifier, how many... So it's like, what, top 4 get in, and then there's a ladder performance. Oh, okay. Oh, view format details. Minor qualification advantage, major qualification advantage. Being a ladder grinder is of the utmost importance. And that's not really Viper anymore. Yeah, I think that's correct. 5 through 12 make 4 spots, right? So you have 8 players. To secure 4 spots. I think that as long as Viper gets into the last chance qualifier, he'll have a solid chance.
Ready.
Which says a lot, exactly. Anyway, Castle's coming in here for Hera. Whoa there, Buckaroo. That's 4 stables. But why does he have 27 on wood if he's going quadruple stable? Get a buy? Wait, that's like nothing. Oh, unless it's a buy to the final round. I thought I did see that. That would be huge, of course. yeah. All right, so obviously we'll cover that once that gets underway. Oh, Spearman getting a lot of pokes. And what are you doing, Lewis? What on earth is that? Oh my goodness, he took so many pokes. This is all one barracks from Hera. What? Well, Lucha's pretty good. He's not like a free win or anything for anybody. I mean, Lewis is still a fair amount ahead in terms of resources. Jiggery Pokery, who are you, Ellie? Third TC coming in here from Hera as well. This is a tough situation for him, though. He's got a knight on the field. He's getting scale barding armor as well. I mean, he's trying to, consistently use this one barracks, but it's still just one barracks. Now the eco balance is a lot more appropriate for what you're looking for here as Etons. With his specialty, could Lewis adapt to it? What do you mean? Dead? Well, Lewis took a really bad fight. Oh, the scouts! The patrol stacking! I freaking love it! AoE at its best! That was, what, another couple villager kills? The scouts still don't hold up very well to the knights, though. Lewis clicks up. But this is just giving Hera a lot of time. Army numbers are actually similar at this point. Well, he did have to cut production so he could save the food for Castle Age, but now he's on his way up. What? Kill the knight, dude! Go. With that, even if you have double forging? Well, I mean, he was just trying to apply a ton of pressure to Hera, knowing that Hera was trying to click up the Castle Age. But now Hera has a positive KD against the guy going all in Feudal Age, which is usually a very bad sign. Hera's on his 3 TCs. He has 25 bills on food. Look at this farming, guys. More pastures coming in. Oh, I like this little scout here from Hera to see exactly what his opponent is up to. Don't know why I went all the way over there, but still, he sees the pastures everywhere. Bodkin coming in, and Ketons are certainly a civ that prefer facing melee units as opposed to ranged units, as no bloodlines is going to hurt. Still, almost a Castle Age, and then of course you immediately pick up Iron Casting, you pick up Light Cav and Husbandry. No. Okay, so Chain Barding Armor. Gonna get that one first, that's fine. Bowsaw coming in. Remember, you do train your scouts faster. I mean, yeah, Ketons are both fun and balanced. Okay, Husbandry's still going to be a big one. As is Iron Casting. Kind of like, you want all the upgrades as Ketons here. The Market Snipe is certainly not a bad thing. Alright, mark it down. There's Iron Casting coming in too. So, yeah, really want to see Husbandry. Other than that, Light Cav numbers are still looking pretty darn scary. Look at this, 39 on food with the Keton pastures. Right here, which is the only portion of his economy that is not right next to a TC. There we go. No ballistics in for Hera either, remember. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure about the monks. Yeah, Hera should die here. Now you have iron casting in. Yes, Ketons do need to be nerfed. No question there. Yeah, fully upgraded Keton light cab at this point, but Lewis is being very passive. Yeah, he's got a ram coming in. That should be able to force an engagement. Hera still has a lot of idle time. I mean, this is a big save advantage for Lewis, don't get me wrong, but he's still playing this, I think, pretty well. Anyway, light cab now striking here at the back. Hera gonna be dragging his army a little bit over here to the side. Scorpion's out here at the front. I mean, one conversion isn't gonna matter. Now we have a ram coming in, but is this a little too soon? I feel like this would have, like, if you were already waiting for the proper time to strike, it feels like it would be better off here for Lewis to just wait until the ram comes in and then go for the light cab dive to try and drag your opponent all over the place. Well, that ram's going to go down instantly, and that's not going to be a win for Lewis. Another TC here for Hera. Oh, looked like a big Scorpion hit.
Yay.
TC? I mean, you can't just snipe the TC. Hera gets the kill there. But again, it feels like all of these things should be happening simultaneously with, like, the big fights, but they just kind of aren't. But, like, Norther, that's what he should have been doing earlier when he had the light cab in the back from before. Oh my goodness, what on earth is this? All right, here we go. Riders of Rohan. Now, the Scorpions are a nice touch, I will say, because the archers are just sticking right there. Oh, boy. Sending the light cab around this way. Altogether, I really don't know, to be honest. Anyway, lots of villager kills coming in here at the back. Of course, Hera can only move so much at a time. I think it's wild to me that Hera didn't get ballistics. The Tower of London apparently acts like a Fedoria, but I've literally never seen it matter. All right, this is getting weird, guys, because Hera is getting a better army at this point. Lewis still has very few vills on gold. Thanks, Earthshaker. What in the with the box formation can protect the weak units such as a monk? And the wood protecting it? Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why it's a thing. Anyway, Lewis has killed a lot of vills. He's killed 37 vills, guys. That is not a messing around number of vills. More light cav running here to the side again, utilizing that mobility advantage. But it feels like Lewis has just been a bit indecisive this game. Yeah, Hera with taking very, very good fights. Oh, man, that poor knight. Okay, defensive castle coming in. Paint stroke on the minimap, yeah. Probably should add in another TC. He did buy 100 stone. He needs more gold income.
Mandatum.
But with that castle there, and again, I'd like to point out that Hera still doesn't have ballistics for whatever reason. Is he going to go for a counterattack? Oh my goodness, guys. He's going to pull a Jerusalem. He's going to launch a counterattack. Well, I mean, I guess those villagers will find it instantly. Third TC over there to the west. There's ballistics. More vills of Hera's are going to go down. Lewis, again, has the vill numbers advantage and the eco upgrades advantage. Second castle over here to the east. Hera not building any longbowmen at the moment. Exclusively AUC campaign quotes? Who knows, man? Alright. Imp! Alright, some heavy market usage coming in, and Imperial Age will be a big one, but it still takes 3 minutes and 10 seconds to research. Or 190 seconds, whichever you prefer. Oh, what are you doing, Lewis? There's too many arrows. Too many. That's arrow sounds. Ooh, mounted troops would actually be super sick. +4 defense would be huge. Ordo cavalry would be huge. Hussar would be huge. All of those things would be huge. Honestly, some mounted troops would be really sick, though. Because Hera's stacking up his units so much, right? Some more kills there. I mean, Hera can defend, right? And he's doing a great job of defending. He's also getting a relic somehow in all of this, which, I mean, it's Hera, right? It's always going to be him doing something impressive. Hera still trying to slowly expand out onto the sides of the map. Pastoralism coming in. Probably would have wanted that a while ago with how many pastures he's built. Yeah, I'm really surprised he's not just making longbowmen. Like, even if you're just treating the castles as an extra archery range, it feels like you want to switch into the better unit. All right, Lewis picking up relic number 3. Issue for him, though, is that because he's had to replace so many units that he lost in late Castle Age on that Imperial Age transition, now he's in a situation where he has to slow down his attack. Hera's going to click up to Imperial Age as well, and then Lewis is going to lose a lot of that potential advantage. Hussar coming in. Remember, it does give you the extra 15 HP, which is still quite relevant. Yeah, no castle yet, no siege workshops, and again, I actually think getting some of those mounted trebs would be really helpful. I mean, these units just stack up so much, and the mounted trebs are pretty darn good against archers. But they're also kind of an underrated unit right now in general. Because they're not anti-building at all, like bombard cannons are. Anyway, splitting up the Hussars there. I mean, that's good stuff, right? But I do think, I very firmly believe you need siege. So, yeah, but you're not going to win this game just with Hussars. Oh boy. Now remember, the archers are only dealing 1 damage a hit. 6 pierce armor versus 7 attack. I have no idea what Hera's trying to do here. I think the idea is that he's going to sack the crossbowman anyway, because he just wants to make only pikemen. But I don't know why you just throw away all your archers on your way up to the Imperial Age. That feels like not what you want to do. I absolutely think it hurt Hera more than it hurt Lewis. Yeah, that was really bizarre from Hera. Anyway, trebuchets are on the way. The regular kind. And now he's making... But, like, if you wanted to go for a longbowman transition, which is what I wanted in the first place, why are you waiting until Imperial Age to start it? Guys, he's had castles, like, forever. Like I was saying, back in like mid-game, you should have just been using the castles as an archery range, and just using those to weave into his army. Anyway, Halba's going to be in here. Populations are at least similar. But Lewis is going for skirmishers. And honestly, I kind of wish he had some mounted trebs here. Or at least gotten Ordo cavalry before a skirmisher switch. It would still be very helpful. With the treb, it's what? 4 trees you need to chop through? Still like a long time. They're trashy? You can't just call it trashy. Meanie. Yeah, Lewis, lots of eco kills. Better eco upgrades as well. So the eco advantage is certainly quite significant. But I think Lewis is just struggling to figure out a way to win the game. Like, it was not at all bad decision-making in the early game, but I think this is where Lewis's lack of experience is going to come in. Cost population. I have no idea. I've never seen a game go so long on this map. Got a few trebuchets at this point. More skirms coming in. C-Trim plus Liao Dao. I mean, it'd be pretty wild. I mean, I think the Hussars are fine. You just need to mix in some mounted trebs. And again, it would be nice to have Ordo cavalry right now. Alb upgrades are slowly coming in. Conscription on the way, and it just feels like Lewis is really petering out in terms of his army value. He's lost so much more in terms of resources. Don't trickle treb. Okay, but yeah, but they're like reasons that you don't trickle treb for a big push. If it's early Imperial Age, you just want the damage on the target to force your opponent to spend stone to repair it. Siege Tower Liao Dao, oh no. Anyway, more ranges coming in. You do have very good skirmishers with the faster production speed as the Ketons. Oh boy. Transhumans. Which is a very funny sounding tech name in my opinion. Oh, is that your best? Transhumans? Oh my goodness, guys. Hide your bathrooms. Okay, there's Ordo Cavalry coming in. Why are you waiting? Yeah, there's Ordo Cav. And if you don't remember, guys, Ordo Cavalry makes your units... It's not lifesteal, but it basically works like lifesteal. That's the best way I can describe it. Because you get a lot of HP regeneration when you're actually in combat, but it's not passive like the Georgians one is. Exactly. Ketons are vampires. That is correct. I know the mounted trebs would be super sick right now. All right, there's Elite Elbow coming in. To be fair, this is not trickle trebbing. In all seriousness, I do think it's a mistake. Like, what T90 says about trickle trebbing is correct in general, but as I'm sure you all know, AoE 2 is never as simple as all that. Anyway, Elite Longbowman could very well be denied here. Oh. Castle is uphill, by the way. Siege Engineers is now in. Elite Longbowman did get research, so that's a nice win for Hera. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it do be like that. Anyway, Treadmill Crane coming in. Hera with a Hal counterattack. He still has the high ground, remember. But now that the Longbowman in, I think it's going to be more difficult for Ketons to do anything about this. On Longbowman, I agree. Even the regular trebs, just to get good consistent damage in. The Longbowmen are obviously relatively stationary. I mean, Longbowmen are cool. You don't need any more reasoning than that. Well, on top of needing to micro the longbowman, what a couple mounted trebs would do is it would force Hera to split up his army a little bit, which would make the light cav more effective against them. You know, increase the surface area so you can have more light cav attacking at once. Anyway, Hera's at max pop right now, and Lewis is really struggling to make a good army. More efficient than longbow, but that's not even the same thing. I mean, we're looking at 31 longbowmen versus 26 skirmishers, and you have these halbs coming in to help out. In theory, the resources advantage should still heavily favor Lewis. I mean, he's got 20,000 more resources. Hera's halbs are getting damage done, though. Holy cow, Lewis, pay attention, dude. Halb out. I'm glad you guys appreciate my humor. Yeah, obviously siege rams are the traditional Britain killer. But honestly, I feel like the newer school players have an aversion to siege. Unless it's the siege tower nonsense. Or bombard cannons. But I feel like we don't really see as much siege ram play from the newer school players. Nor do we see, like, onager play. Another +1 range? No, I do not think the issue with Britons is that their archers don't have enough range. Well, Lewis just isn't spending much gold right now in general. He's making hussars and skirmishers. Siege ram is absolutely the traditional Britain's killer. Still no trade workshop / Tower of London. Like, Lewis is just trying to grind this one down with trash units, which I don't necessarily think is going to be unsuccessful. But I'm not sure if it's the best way to win this game. Now, if something is working, I never really want to criticize a player for doing something that's going to win you the video game. But I do think that if you're in, like, this tournament situation, and if the game was closer, it's still really important to understand your win conditions a bit better. Yeah, the timer isn't in capture age. It's still 308 years, so it's a while yet. More halbs coming in. We have a Liao Dao sighting. Yeah, I think it's an hour and 15 in game. 150 again. Like, I think Lewis is going to be able to muscle his way in, but it's kind of the difference between, okay, are you just going to, like, swing an axe and because you're so strong you can chop down the tree? Or is it better to at least understand how a chainsaw works, right? Ready. And it might be more efficient to do it that way. Anyway, Trebs are back up to trebbing. Like, if Lewis didn't have such a huge economic advantage, then he could easily lose this game. But again, you can't criticize somebody too much for winning a game, especially against Hera, right? And Hera taps out. So I think, even if I don't think this was necessarily the best way to win the game, or the way that would win you the game most of the time, it's still, you know, good. It's still impressive. I mean, look at that gold difference. Hera collecting so much more gold and stone, but Lewis, 22,000 more food. But yes, I do think Lewis had a pretty decent civ advantage. Anyway, we have time for one more game. And it can be Mihai versus Tato. That sounds fine. Then, gotta welcome my dad back home. I will stream tomorrow, though. And, I don't know, for the foreseeable future. What is this Reddit post? Ketons? What? Oh my goodness. It was just like, ketons need a small buff. Anyway, Hera lost a good 24 points to Lewis right there. Which, that's less relevant for Hera than it is for Lewis, who's getting much closer to his all-time rating high, in which he is at number 6. Alright guys, last game of the day. It feels good to be getting back into casting more regularly, because even if, you know, some individuals say that other individuals lack work ethic to become successful content creators, I've definitely grown accustomed to streaming a lot. And I'd love to get back into doing it more. Yes, I really do wish that for a map like Vulpine, they just nerfed the fox noise. Work ethic. Oh my god. I should just keep my mouth shut. Oh! Scout always wins. Anyway, Tato's Red Ink is here to the east of the map. We could be seeing them get some reworks in the not too near future. Be pretty interested to see if Incas get much of a change with the upcoming DLC. And Mihai going to be in the Cyan as the Spanish to the west. All right, tower coming in already here from Tato. Oh my god. Spanish versus Incas. It is a historically appropriate matchup. All right, archers coming in. Yeah, Mihai not going to be able to go for crossbowman today. And looks like Tato's tower does come up in just the nick of time there. Able to snag 2 archers with it. Defensive tower for Mihai as well. Of course, the rocky terrain does make these defensive towers something of a necessity. Not sure what that Bill's doing. Is he just out here shanking foxes? What a jerk. All right, Tato's army here at the back. Mihai's scouts are converging on this location. Those early defensive towers. Curse Tato in being a good player. I mean, those spearmen being trapped is a bit awkward. But hey, they're spearmen against Incas. It's not like they were going to do a whole lot anyway. Top 4 for the event, or the ladder qualification. Because those are 2 different things. Ladder? I think Hera, Leary, ACCM, Yo. I think. I think Leary gets in by grinding it out a bunch in the last couple days. I think MBL, Hart, Vinch, all finish in like enough to get the top spot. Top 8, yeah. Favors Hart. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting for sure. And of course, we'll be covering it.
See?
Anyway, got another defensive tower in here from Mihai. He is on his way up to the castle age. Compared to draft, yes, I think that's fair. Still got to be careful, though. And of course, Mihai is going to be wanting to work towards conquistadors because that's what you do. Tatsu's Rangers are also, like, very far forward on the map. Nice army movement here from Mihai. Gonna try and snipe all these archers and just keep those numbers low, because especially when you're trying to transition into conquistadors, keeping the opponent's ranged unit numbers low is very important. That villager was stuck on the chicken and the rabbit, and it was very amusing. Stream his matches anymore? Interesting. Alright, Bloodline's coming in, and he still needs to survive until Castle Age, and Tato is going to continue up this pressure here. Obviously, he knows what Mihai wants to do. It's not like it's exactly a mystery with Spanish. The villager, the chicken, and the rabbit. A very famous fable. They prefer? Yeah. I mean, that's where we get the hamsteriest of the hamster players find the most success. But at 4 spots is really very few, especially with one of them basically guaranteed to be Hera. Oh, DBA is definitely late. I'm sure Mihai thought he had that already. But he's got a castle coming in here on the gold. Archers are coming in. Spanish builders could come in quite clutch here. Oh, that lady's having a bad day. Uh-oh. Oh, he just abandons it. Oh, no. Okay, now a siege workshop is coming in, but obviously that is not ideal. Bodcrow saw immediately in here for Hera. Mango coming in, but this is just ugly. Second TC coming in at the back here for Tato. Spanish speed, but he is Spanish. All right, second TC here from Mihai. So already you see the difference between like Mihai playing Spanish versus Tato playing, or Mihai versus Vivi playing Spanish. There we go. Vivi much more comfortable trying to do that one TC style. And Volpine and Rampart are very similar maps anyway. Casted that game earlier is very, very good. Ooh! I think we all know what Treebeard would have to say to that one. That's exactly what Mihai needed right there. Castle is in. You have a second Mangonel out as well, which is nice. Now, Tato still has all of these units at the back of Mihai's base, which is still very annoying. Tato grabbing Wheelbarrow. He has Bowsaw on top of his opponent as well, so Tato's eco will continue to outpace his counterparts. And yet, it does feel like Mihai is, even if it's not in the most efficient way that he would like, he's still working towards what he needs to, right? He's getting the Mangonels out, he's getting the Conquistadors down. He's adding in that extra TC. Tato adds in a third, however. And when you're adding in the extra TCs, it does make it difficult to sustain Conquistador production. They do cost food, thankfully. So let's see what Mihai can get done here. He's going to start walling up on the side, which is very much a good idea. This Black Bear has a kill. All right. Kameyux versus Conks? I mean, it's basically the same as Pikeman versus Conks. So, not great. Unless the conch player isn't paying attention. How does a bear have a kill? Because the units weren't attacking.
Monday.
A little bit of dancing here. Oh, it looks like the Mangonel was sniped. Tato's eco is looking very solid, though. 2,000 more resources at the moment, and also getting housed. Very essential. Coming in with a second relic. And Tato's just being so active with his units. Still, between the conchs and the mangonels, there's so much that could just kill or be killed very, very quickly here. So both players absolutely need to be on top of things with their multitasking. Mangonel clips a couple units there. Conchs, by the way, have bloodlines and +1 defense, but no other upgrades. And look at this. The infantry units are trying to close in onto the Mangonel, but this is also letting the Conch sort of run in here as well. A little bit of a body block, and yes, the Mangonel goes down. And even the Spearman gets a kill. Good micro, though, here for Mihai. 42 to 24 kills. And here we go again! Oh, snap. Here we go again. It's guard tower time, baby, but Incas have even better guard towers than Franks do, getting that nice 15% discount on them, or on the stone cost at least. Incas are really good. I feel like they're kind of underrated. Oh, that monk's having a bad day. Stonewall's coming up on the side here for Tato. Now that they're guarded. Here to chop. The issue is you can't FC in Empire Wars. If this was RM, we could see some more interesting builds, but, you know, this is Empire Wars, so we must have aggression. Mayans and Aztecs? Yes. That's basically their whole dynamic, is that they're the most flexible of the American civs. More dancing around. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how Mapuche, Muisca, and Tupi are. Anyway, good Mangonel hit there. Again, this is such a tough situation to micro for both players. Tato needs a micro against the Mangonels. Mihai needs a micro against the Crossbowmen. And it's just tough, man. But Tato has the numbers at the moment. Castle coming in here in the middle south of the map, and honestly, he's pretty close to it. Mihai's not too far behind either. Incas are not great. Incas are solid on both Arena and Arabia. I think Incas are actually like still mid-A tier on Arabia. Who wins this in Imp? Well, generally speaking, Spanish are still going to be the better late game civ. But Incas have very efficient counter armies. Both players are on their way up. Very similar times for both. But Tato still is ahead in resources by around 10%. Also, by the way, guys, oh, another Treebeard-esque hit. Splat. So my dad needs a hospital bed. My mom went to go pick up my dad right now, so in like 6 or 7 minutes, we should have the people with the hospital bed arrive, and at that point, I'll need to get up. And then probably end the stream. But like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, covering more of this stuff. Guard tower coming in. Incas do have fully upgraded towers minus architecture. So you have the discount on the towers, and you have all of the relevant upgrades. including heated shot. Handcart coming in as well. No heavy plow for either player because heavy plow is for chumps, apparently. Archer numbers continuing to be on the rise. Games cast. I'm sorry. Well, according to some people, that is one of the reasons I just don't have the what it takes to be a successful streamer. Yep. Oh boy. I mean, look at these towers, guys. It makes it so hard to maneuver around with the conquistadors. Oh, Tato's setting himself up super well. Like I said, I'd love to see a resurgent Tato. Me specifically? It isn't about me specifically. And there's Aeroslits, guys. Oh, bit of a pausarino here. That's Tato. Yeah, Tato is actually almost as bad as Nikov, guys, at forgetting his important eco upgrades. It's pretty frustrating, honestly.
See?
Now, the true 10,000 IQ play, guys, is garrisoning archers inside the towers. Yeah, Mihai feels kind of stuck right now. He doesn't really have the opportunity to switch into skirmishers right now to obviously counter the archers. Nor, like, I mean, you could try and go for an onager switch. But going onagers as Spanish feels a little... Anyway, I have no idea what this pause is for.
See?
Look at this freeze frame here of the Vil. This axe, it is not aimed for the tree stump, guys. It's aimed at her friend. No! No! Actually, no, it was one of the worst bonuses ever at AoE 2. Like a terrible, terrible bonus. Super heavy plow, yeah. Alright, Elite Conk is coming in. Elite Eagles, ah yes, that'll do it. Alright, Chemistry coming in. Tato does have Thumb Ring. And Tato's still working with a 20 pop advantage. He's actually out of stone income at the moment, though. I'd still love to see the tower creep. It does so well against these conquistadors. His vision is also pretty darn good. If I can find his POV. There we are. Like, look at his vision, guys. He sees all. But there's Elite Conquistador in. With their new Smexy 19 attack. You do have the discounted skirms as the Incas, though. Okay, I don't know what the issue is here. Siege Engineer is also on the way. And Mihai gonna try and go for the counterattack. But this is also where the towers help out. I mean, we're already at 13 attack on these bad boys. Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Nope, nobody can see why that is the case. Even though it's pretty obvious that it's just sugar. I'm actually not a cereal person. Not a big fan. Well, Honk counterattack not doing a whole lot right now, and the skirmisher numbers are climbing. There's Keep coming in. Tato trying to keep Mihai out of this game. If you know what I mean. All right, one trebuchet's up over here for each player. Second one coming in here for Tato. And he has got siege engineers, remember. And this is just going to be tough. Yes, Mihai has 3 castles from which to train conquistadors, but he's trying to make a switch over into some form of cavalry. Creative push. It is a lot of fun. Got ring archer armor coming in, so these archers and skirmishers will be with full upgrades. And there we go. Keep is in. 15 attack against 6 pierce armor, so 9 damage, so not bad. Castle's taken some heavy damage. And like I said, just garrisoning some archers in these towers would be so sick. But even without that, this castle's getting low, 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 low. And now look at this Tato just gonna continue the keep creep. Yep. Using the say, well, he sure does. Tower being attempted there on the side. The keep creep does sound like an emo band. Monastery going down, and it's like it just feels like Mihai is getting constricted. He's trying to expand over here to the north, but Tato's switching into, I think, Eagles behind this. I don't think he's made any big barracks upgrades yet. Okay, no, it is pikemen. I was wondering if it was either Eagles or pikemen. And the thing is, Tato is keeping these trebuchets alive, so he's continuing this push quite effectively. They're all just going to siege up over here. I mean, the power of mass Nori will not be denied. Nice snipe there, and I mean, like, this is just so freaking scary from Tato. Max pop versus 140. Oh, like I said, tournaments are better when Tato is playing well in them. Castle down. I don't think you're challenging this guy's 57 arbs with full upgrades. Halb is coming in as well. All right, this might be the last stand of Mihai, guys. Oh, boy. I mean, just beautifully played Inca's game. Yeah, the Tower of London is apparently like a Fedoria, but I've literally never seen it be a factor. And yes, Incas have siege engineers, and Tato has researched it because Tato is very good at AoE too, and there is the GG called. Very, very impressive. Like, I've casted 2 games of Tato today. Both have been against Spanish, and both of them have just been so well played, man. What, a minute? Oh, I mean, that is a lot. Who's the real winner? I guess Mihai. Anyway, guys, that will be it for me today. Thank you so much to everyone who was watching. Yeah, again, it's been a lot of fun covering all this stuff. I'll be back tomorrow. See you guys.